Ladies and gentlemen, mes chers amis de Classical Archives, my name is Saint-Saëns, and for those who know me only through a swan, a carnival, or an organ symphony, allow me to share a little more of the journey that shaped my music. I was a child who entered the world with two fierce companions, curiosity and an almost uncontrollable appetite for sound. By the age of 10, when I made my debut at the Salle Pleyel, I had memorized all 32 Beethoven sonatas. An act of youthful bravado, perhaps, but also a declaration that music would be my lifelong language. Paris was my home, my crucible, and at times, my battlefield. It was there that I befriended and occasionally sparred with the spirits who defined our age. I championed the young Gabriel Fauré, whose genius I recognized immediately, and I lent my support to César Franck and his followers, despite our musical differences. I crossed paths with Liszt, whose generosity and encouragement were as large as his technique, and I met Wagner, a man whose shadow loomed long over Europe. Long enough that even I, resistant as I was to his aesthetic empire, felt its influence. Throughout these encounters, I remained committed to clarity, balance, and the exhilarating discipline of form. Nowhere is that more evident than in my Symphony No. 3, the so-called Organ Symphony. I wrote it as a kind of testament, a synthesis of everything I knew about orchestral color and architectural design. Long after my time, it found an unexpected second life in modern cinema, most famously in the film Babe, proof that music, once released into the world, travels on paths the composer cannot foresee. My works, Saint-Saëns et Dalila, the Organ Symphony, the concertos, the chamber pieces, and yes, the Carnival of the Animals, were written with the conviction that music should speak directly, without excess decoration. I reveled in craft, I trusted form, and I believed that virtuosity, when used with intention, could elevate emotion rather than obscure it. I traveled constantly. Some said too much. Egypt, Algeria, Spain, England, the world offered new colors, new rhythms, new stories, and I followed them eagerly well into my final years. It was this wandering spirit that brought me to Algiers, where, in 1921, my life came peacefully to its close. A Parisian to the last, perhaps, but also a citizen of the broader world my music tried to embrace. Thank you for your attention.